जी, अस्सलाम वालेकुम and Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm grateful to Dr. Shaheen Zafar and Health Asia for inviting me, giving me an opportunity to give a talk today. And my topic today is menopause. And I think it's not a number game, but it's a window of opportunity for an aging woman. So I don't have any conflict of interest to declare today. This is the bird's eye view of the topics I'll be discussing. So the menopause, we all know, is defined by a NICE guideline, 2015, as the cessation of menstrual cycle for about 12 months consecutively, and it's a retrospective diagnosis. On the other hand, a common entity which we are coming across nowadays commonly, आजकल बहुत common देखने में आ रहा है, young लड़कियाँ 37, 35, they are coming with the irregular periods, and you get the blood work tested and it comes out to be POI, which is premature ovarian insufficiency, which is defined by the ESHRE as a clinical syndrome defined by the loss of ovarian activity before the age of 40. And it's characterized by the menstrual disturbances, amenorrhea, oligomenorrhea, and raised gonadotropins are the diagnostic. Now we all know that what are the common causes of menopause. Most of the women, they enter the menopause naturally as the age decline. But there is a big set of women who enter due to some surgical problems arising before the time, or certain other chemotherapy or other complications, as new advancements and new era in science and technology has enabled many cancer survivors, women, after the breast cancer and other cancer therapy. But the chemotherapeutic effect leads to premature aging of the ovaries and hence the premature menopause. Apart from it, we have certain other conditions as well. The family history, there can be family history of early menopause, and which you have to ask from the patient's history. Also, if you see that there are certain Turner mosaicism in the families where the girls, the women, they have early menopause. Even we have seen patients coming at the age of 20, 25 with the menopause. Fragile X syndrome is another condition in which early menopause can occur, and the autoimmune conditions as well, such as SLE. The pathophysiology is well known to all of us. It's just a revision, a recap that when the degenerating cells of the ovaries, theca cells, they stop responding to FSH-LH, and that leads to less estrogen production, which goes as a negative feedback, and hence there is a rise in FSH and LH. That leads to, again, increased LH stimulation. The symptoms of menopause can be divided into early, late, intermediate, as we know all. So what is the average age of natural menopause, ANM? According to the research, it varies across the globe. It's highest in America from 52 up till 55. It's lowest in Africa, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh. We have in the midline between, we lie in the middle between 42, 47, 45, 48, somewhere between it. So the average age we commonly see in Pakistan is around 47, 45, 48. Even in 42, many women do have it. Now, there's something new which I come across when I was preparing. I knew about the straw classification, but the menopause, IMS, the International Menopause Society, has classified the stages as by the two classification. One is the modified Ankel-Sariah staging, and the other is the straw classification, which is given by the Stages of Reproductive Aging workshop. I would like to have a little attention of all the people who are sitting here, because in this slide, it is something which we must understand. If you see clearly, there are stage 1, 2, and 3 stages of the menopause. This is the modified Ankel-Sariah staging, and this I took from the Indian Menopause Society website. The stage 1 usually occurs 1 year or 2 years prior to the menopause. Means the woman hasn't entered the menopause yet, but she has the sign and symptoms, which are the vasomotor symptoms such as hot flushes, and then she has early psychosomatic symptoms. Once she has the menopause, she enters into stage 2. So that is 1 year she doesn't menstruate, she enters into stage 2A. Stage 2A is the 1 year after the last period, which include the genital changes, urinary changes, vasomotor changes, weight gain, and osteopenia. The time, if you see down in the bottom, there is a window of opportunity written. Now here, stage 2 is going to progress into stage 2. Stage 2A is going to progress into stage 2B if we do not address to the changes and attention these patients need in stage 2A. Stage 2B is the 5 years after the onset of menopause, and all the symptoms which were here in stage 2A exaggerate, they become chronic. If you do not address to their need, do not offer them estrogen in the form of any medication available, such as we have Menoren or we have Proginova. And then stage 3 is the one in which you can only offer the palliative treatment. The damage has already occurred. So I would like to have attention here that this is the window of opportunity. It's not very uncommon कि हमारे पास ख़वातीन आती हैं जो इस कंडीशंस के साथ, और हम लोग को इसी स्टेज 2 और स्टेज 2A और B में उनको एड्रेस करना होता है कि यहाँ पे हमें चाहिए कि उनको एक इम्पोर्टेंस बताएं कि what they are going through and what we should help them in. This is the STRAW classification, which is the modified from stages of reproductive aging workshop. STRAW classification and a modified Ankle-Sarria classification are same. It's just a little difference in the, that was the easier version. दोनों एक ही चीज़ बता रहे हैं कि कैसे चेंजेस शुरू हो रही हैं और कब क्या चीज़ ख़त्म हो रही है और हमें पेशेंट को कब एड्रेस करना है. दिस इज़ द पिक्टोरियल डिस्क्रिप्शन. यहाँ पे इस तस्वीर को अगर आप गौर से देखें तो इसमें भी यही होगा कि लेफ़्ट साइड से ये पेशेंट आहिस्ता आहिस्ता प्रोग्रेस कर गई है मेनोपॉज में और फिर पोस्ट मेनोपॉज में, ऑल द 4 स्टेजेस ऑफ मेनोपॉज. द थिंग इज़ कि द टेक होम मैसेज फ्रॉम हियर इज़ कि हमें इन पेशेंट्स को उसी स्टेज 2A और 2B में पेशेंट को एड्रेस करना है, उनकी किन चीज़ों को हमें सही करना है. So what health checks are required? Now, it's not uncommon to see a patient coming to you. मरीज़ आके हमसे commonly कहते हैं डॉक्टर साहब हम 42-43 एज की खातून आती हैं और कहती हैं डॉक्टर साहब खाना तो मैं उतना ही खाती हूँ, घर के सारे काम भी करती हूँ, वज़न मेरा बढ़ता चला जा रहा है. Because you must tell them that as they are growing and the estrogen level is declining, एस्ट्रोजन का लेवल कम होता जा रहा है, इनका बॉडी मेटाबॉलिज्म कम होता जा रहा है. दिस विल लीड टू इंक्रीज सेंट्रल ओबेसिटी इन दीज एजिंग वुमेन. 45 के अराउंड या पेरी मेनोपॉज के अराउंड, जब ये पेशेंट मेरी मेनोपॉजल एज में चली गई हैं, मेनोपॉज हुआ भी नहीं है लेकिन वेट बढ़ता चला जाएगा उसी आधी रोटी पे, उसी एक रोटी पे जो ये खा रही हैं. आपको इन्हें बताना है कि वेट रिडक्शन, पहले चाहे वो एक्सरसाइज नहीं भी करती थी, नाउ दे शुड वॉक, now they should do some exercises. A breast examination, yes, patient आपके पास 45 की आ रही हैं, थोड़ा सा टाइम निकालें, उनको काउंसिल करें कि they should have a breast examination, self breast examination. We know that many kind of malignancies are common around the age of menopause and post menopause. So yes, the breast examination is mandatory. हो सकता है तो ठीक है, get a mammogram done. Blood pressure checks, there are a lot of recent literature, a lot of work has been done in research that cardiovascular system health deteriorates because the estrogen's protective effects ablate after the menopause. जैसे ही estrogen का level कम होगा, blood pressure के problems बढ़ेंगे, weight बढ़ेगा, cardiovascular risk बढ़ेगा. Blood test which is given in the bottom, it's not for the routine blood test. There are reported literature कि how the estrogen controls the hypercholesterolemia. Dyslipidemia, hypercholesterolemia is common in the age of perimenopause, and it progresses if we do not let them address them, if we do not analyze their risk factor. किसी पेशेंट की अगर फैमिली हिस्ट्री है हार्ट अटैक की या कार्डियोवैस्कुलर रिस्क की, तो उसका आप ज़रूर कराइए लिपिड प्रोफाइल, उसको स्टैटिन्स ऐड करें, उन पेशेंट को ज़रूर किसी, अगर आपको फिजिशियन को अपॉइंटमेंट लेना है, उनको बताएं कि इट्स इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर देम. पैप स्मीयर टेस्ट हम रूटीनली नहीं करते हैं, लेकिन वंस इन अ वाइल ज़रूर कर लेना चाहिए, स्पेशली जहां आपको लगता है कि आपके ऐसे कोई हिस्ट्री है. बोन मिनरल डेंसिटी, अगेन डेक्सा स्कैन हम रूटीनली नहीं कराते, लेकिन उन पेशेंट्स में जहाँ पे फ्रैक्चर्स फैमिली में रन करते हैं या ऑस्टियोपोरोटिक आपको लगता है ऐसी हिस्ट्री में, तो उन पेशेंट्स में ज़रूर आप डेक्सा स्कैन करा लें. अल्ट्रासाउंड ऑफ द यूट्रस एंड ओवरीज, अगेन पेरीमेनोपॉजल एज में फॉर स्क्रीनिंग पर्पस आप करा सकते हैं, करा लेना चाहिए. हिप वेस्ट सर्कमफ्रेंस इज अ गुड मार्कर फॉर योर obesity. There was a recent paper published about a year ago in the Obstetrics and Gynecology, the talk journal, and it was a review article clearly stating that menopause, available evidence supports the concept of menopausal depression as an entity, and women presenting with menopausal symptoms of hot flushes, night sweats, sleep disturbance, fatigue, along with low mood or new onset depression are expected to respond better to HRT on its own or in combination with antidepressant. पेशेंट आपके पास आता है कि मैं बिला वजह की शौहर से लड़ाई कर रही हूँ, मैं बिला वजह बच्चों को डांट रही हूँ, कुछ भी बिला वजह नहीं होता. शी हर सेल्फ इनसाइड शी इज़ फाइटिंग विथ हर सेल्फ, कि उसको खुद ही समझ आ रहा होता है कि मेरे साथ क्या हो रहा है. तो ऐसे पेशेंट्स को ये समझाना ज़रूरी है कि शी इज़ गोइंग इन टू मेनोपॉज, शी इज़ हार्मोन लेवल डिक्लाइन हो रहा है. It's better if you put them on certain menopausal hormonal therapy. Dr. Rahat Qureshi will be talking about it. लेकिन ये रिकग्नाइज फैक्ट्स हैं कि ये पेशेंट्स, इनके अंदर ये चेंजेस हो रही होती हैं, और अलॉन्ग विद द कॉग्निटिव बिहेवियर थेरेपी अगर आप हार्मोनल थेरेपी ऐड कर दें तो दे रिस्पॉन्ड वेरी गुड टू इट. जेनेटोयूरिनरी सिंड्रोम ऑफ मेनोपॉज, बहुत दफ़ा ये प्रिस्क्रिप्शंस आते हैं, सारे सीनियर लोग बैठे हुए हैं कि पेशेंट्स 45, 43, 46, 48 के ये पेशेंट्स होते हैं, 50 के भी होते हैं, मेनोपॉजल भी होते हैं, बार बार यूटीआई हो रहा है, बार बार यूटीआई हो रहा है, लेकिन इसको यूटीआई ट्रीट किया जा रहा है चाहे वो प्रूवन हो बाय कल्चर और नॉट. लेकिन इस चीज़ को समझना ज़रूरी है फॉर ऑल अस द फिजिशियंस हु डू आवर ओपीडीज कि genitourinary syndrome is a recognized entity. It is defined as, the term was coined in 2014, and it is the group of symptoms used to describe the vaginal pain, dryness, itching, pain during sexual intercourse, fragile vaginal tissues, and urinary symptoms. It's also the urinary frequency, urgency, incontinence, blood in the urine, and recurrent UTI. Many patients who come to us in OPD, they complain that they cannot bear the sexual intercourse because it's painful. After the age of 45 or around the menopause, the reason is all this. The etiology we all know, again, the hypoestrogenism is in the background, which leads to the etiology, low level of the estrogen hormone. Sarcopenia is another term. It was described by the European Working Group. Low muscle strength, low muscle in quantity or quality, and low muscle performance. Sarcopenia is not only secondary to estrogen decline. यहाँ पे इस बात को भी समझ लें, हम लोग समझते हैं कि estrogen दे दिया तो फिर काफ़ी हो गया काम. Estrogen के साथ lifestyle modification ज़रूरी है, patient का activity level ज़रूरी है. Sarcopenia is basically is the loss of the muscle mass. इसके लिए ज़रूरी है कि पेशेंट कोई डम्बल्स वगैरह करे, और ये हल्की फुल्की एक्सरसाइजेज होती हैं, वर्जिशें होती हैं, जो अगर आप पेशेंट को बताएं कि ये इम्पोर्टेंट है तो ये कर सकते हैं. Menopause and cardiovascular health, I have already talked about, is associated with the cardiovascular risk factors, some directly influenced by hormonal changes, and these risk factors contribute to the development and progression of cardiovascular disease in menopausal women. So I would like to conclude. The studies have revealed a high prevalence of health-related issues around the time of menopause. Awareness of the healthcare providers is key to early diagnosis and effective management of menopause-associated conditions in these women. Thank you.